Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 15th. This week we're just going to jump right in here as always, and we're going to take a look at what's going on for you here. We're going to look at your general and current energies with this first row here. In your second row, we're going to look at any blockages or blind spots that could be coming in for you. And in your last row, we're going to look at anything unexpected or any messages from your guides here in your last row. Also, at the end, I'm going to pull 3 yes or no question cards, and I'm going to answer those questions as if I know what you're asking. So kind of like a personal reading, Taurus, but not. So that's why we're calling it a personal-ish reading, but we're going to see what that is. Here, I'm going to take this Magician card as well, but I will give you time to pause at the end and think about your questions. But Taurus, let's see here. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you this week. I feel that there is something very important that you need to pay attention to in the first place. I'm not trying to be mysterious or secretive here, Taurus, but in your warning row here, or your blockages or blind spot, you have this Fates card, you have the Tower here, you have the Smoke and Mirrors card. So right off the bat, I feel like your guides or your ancestors or whatever are kind of like trying to guide you away from some sort of conflict here, is what I would say to you. For some of you, actually, it's immediately clear to me what it is. I'm not going to make you wait till the end. Right here, Tower, 5 of Wands, Page of Swords. To me, this is someone from the past, possibly someone you're already involved with legally, so like in a divorce type situation. I would just stay above board with this person. Intuitively, I feel like, you know, if someone's trying to get you upset or whatever, they're doing it for a reason, is what this reading is saying to me, and I just have to get this out. So this isn't part of the main reading, but this is a message that I'm channeling right now. So I have to get it out, right, Taurus? But I do feel like this is kind of a very important message. So that's why I'm saying it. I feel there's something here with like a person trying to get you all upset or something like that. Could be an illegal situation. I would ignore it. Same thing like in work or business. It's like someone is trying to shake your foundation here, is what I feel. I don't want to scare you, and again, I mean, to me, that's not the purpose of tarot in the first place, is, you know, to be scary or something like that. And on top of that, you're watching tarot because tarot is a solution. Tarot just says do not react here and you'll be fine, is what I would say to you, Taurus. But I do feel for some of you, it's like you're dealing with a person who's just trying to, you know, bust your chops here with this, in this reading. And again, for a lot of you, it could be someone you're in a divorce situation with. For others, I feel this is like a person at work or in business who's trying to shake you up just to shake you up, right? It's like they're going for the shakeout here with this row. So I just keep your head on straight, pay attention, ignore it. For others, I feel like you had a falling out with a person. They could be trying to come back. To me, this row here is saying there's new love. To me, this is literally saying, like, very quickly, again, I have to get this out, Taurus. It's like new love, yeah, it would be a pain in the ass to find it, 5 of Wands. There is conflict and competition in finding love, but Knight of Cups, you will find a knight in shining armor. This person's a joke right here, is what I would say to you. I'd be very careful of this person. Yeah, I feel like you need to quiet your mind, listen to your inner self. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's get started, Taurus. In your current general energies, you have the Purity card here, so I do feel like it is asking you to stay pure at this time. I do feel this is involving your health. I've been getting these weird health messages for you for a while, Taurus, like the past couple weeks, and I just feel this is saying, like, stay healthy, you know, do all the right things to stay healthy and all that other stuff. You know, that's pretty much it. You will be successful if you do that. I feel like there's success coming in for you. You have the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the Tower here. I feel for some of you, this is clearly a move. You know, moving has been coming up like all of a sudden for everybody, so that's pretty interesting, but there's a very strong moving energy here with the 3 of Wands, so some of you could be moving or traveling. For others, again, I feel like this is a person. It's almost like, for some of you, I feel like you've been waiting for communication, and this could be communication coming in here. It's like this person was spying on you this whole time, Page of Swords, you know, looking back. So I feel for some of you, you're dealing with a person who's been watching you for a while. I get like weird Emperor vibes off this person, so wouldn't surprise me to see the Emperor in this reading. If we do see the Emperor, you know, to me this is just a butthead, basically, that you've been dealing with for a long time. For others, I feel that this is more saying that it's time for you to take the lead with that 3 of Wands. I do feel like some of you are being pushed with that Tower card. To me, the Tower is not a bad card. it does push us, and it can push us towards something, but it's pushing us usually towards more success. We build the tower, and we have a tower moment because it's like the universe saying like, nah, you need to go back to the drawing board. And I feel that for some of you, where it's like you're working on a project and it's like maybe you're having to start something over again. For a lot of you, I feel like you've already started over. Like, you know, so if you've been like working on a business or working on a job or something like that, I feel like you've already had the tower moment or moments, and I do feel there is success coming in for you here, Taurus. So let's look into this and let's see what is going on for you here, Taurus. 10 of Pentacles, damn. Taurus, major success coming in for you here. You have 2 cards here, Knight of Cups, 6 of Wands. This person here will be a victory for you, this Knight of Cups here. I feel like waiting is a challenge. I feel like this is a very specific message for like one of you here. So again, if you're like fearing that you have to go back to this person because you'll never find love again, I would say no. Not true. I feel like, yeah, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to wait. You're probably going to have to be alone here with this energy, but I feel like you should be alone for a little time. This person is coming. This Knight of Cups. I always tell people, like, after a breakup, you know, to me, after a breakup, it is a good time to learn to be alone because you haven't been for a certain period of time. But there's definitely a victory coming in for you here, Taurus. Love it. Knight of Pentacles, hard work. I feel like you are putting the work in at this time. Major success. Everything's like a little dreamy right now here, Taurus. It's like, in a lot of ways, I feel like this first row is saying you're on the right way. You're on the right path to success, especially if you're working on a project or business or getting a new career or growing in your career. To me, this is a very financial as well. And to me, it's just saying one foot in front of the other, right? Which is Taurus with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, twice here in the reading, Knight of Cups is normally a very dreamy card. He's looking into the cup and he's dreaming of something that he desires in his future. But again, it's very dreamy. It's not, it's not grounded in reality yet. So I do feel like you're working towards something here and you'll be successful. Love it. Next, Taurus, in the area of blockages and blind spots, you do have the Fates card here. What I feel here with the Tower is that for some of you, if you have experienced a Tower moment or loss, I feel like what you don't see is basically the fact that this was kind of always written in the stars, And so some of you, I feel like the sooner you accept that, the better with this energy. It's kind of like I get that feeling of, like, there's so many things that I've tried to do in the past that didn't work out. And it's like, at the time, I wanted these things to work out. But, after and being where I'm at now, it's like I'm glad that a lot of those things that I wanted to do or I thought I wanted to do didn't work out. So I get that kind of frustration is what I would say to you. It's almost like the universe is promising you something better in this middle row, but it's like you don't see it yet, which is like very frustrating. It's like the universe is like, you just have to be patient. But it's like, how much longer can you be patient is what I feel like you're asking here, Taurus, in this middle row. You have the Justice card, 5 of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah, it's like you're hoping to receive your karmic rewards, but you just don't see it yet. I mean, very clear row to me. I feel, to me, this row is just like, it is what it is. It's like, to me, this is the universe saying, I meant what I said, as I always say. I feel like this is basically just kind of the universe saying, kind of what you don't see at this time is that there is karmic justice coming in for you, but you just don't see it. Moon here, and 5 of Wands, you're still experiencing conflict. So, there is, I get this element, this kind of reminds me of the Star card here, the Fates card, and it's kind of like there's this element of, faith, needing to have faith, needing to believe that things can change. I think when you're in this Knight mode, you have 3 Knights showing up here. Very clear reading, Taurus. And when you have 3 Knights like this, to me, this is like wanting to take action. To have the Knights 3 times, it's like you want to start moving forward. You want something to be very successful. You want to see, kind of your karmic reward. So it's like you're saying right now to the universe, like intuitively, I feel like you're telling the universe, like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take action. But it's like you don't know, but there's competition, there's conflict. There are things that are stopping you from moving forward here. So it's like, how do we get over this blind spot here, Taurus? I would say it's more of like, I wouldn't even call this a blockage. I feel like this is more divine guidance. It's like sometimes the divine, I feel like, stops us from moving forward because, again, there's something so much better for us. You cannot make this up. It's like you have all these knights in your reading. It's like you want to take action. I feel like this is saying you want to take action. There are things you want to do. Knight of Wands, I feel like, is the universe telling you to keep doing things that you desire to do. Knight of Wands is part of your desires. Knight of Wands is like, he just does things because he actually wants to do them, because it feels good, because it feels right. He doesn't care like how much money he's going to make. He doesn't care about anything. I always like bring up the example of this channel. It's like this channel, when I started this channel, I just did it because I wanted to. And, you know, I was making no money at the time, period. Plain simple. I didn't have a job for like 2 years when I started this channel, at least. It could have been longer. I actually don't know. But it was like a while that I didn't have a job. And I had like no money. I just did it because I wanted to, because it felt right, right? And that's the Knight of Wands, taking action on something because it feels right. Again, there's this element of not being able to see the future here, Taurus. Two Wands. There you go. Needing to take a lead. Needing to leave a comfort zone here. I feel like this is what the universe is doing. Is you know, I always get this message of imposter syndrome in your readings, Taurus, because I feel like the universe is forcing you to be strong. I'm telling you right now, it's Uranus in your sign. Uranus in your sign. I mean, to me, you know, Uranus and Taurus is about like values in a lot of ways, and to me, it's about like quality things in your life as well. But like I feel like the universe is saying that it wants to bring you a lot of quality things into your life with the Ten of Pentacles. Could be material goods, but it could be anything. Could be quality experiences, quality people, all types of relationships. So very big picture, but it's like you have to also upgrade yourself to the quality. It's like I feel like you have to match a level here with that Two of Wands, if that makes sense. Six of Cups, definitely a gift from the universe here. So I do feel like there are gifts coming in for you. I feel like you have to try again. To me, this is like one of those readings where, you know, kind of like I was saying, I feel this frustration in this reading for you here, Taurus, because it's like, you know, you want to do something. For some of you, I feel like you don't know what you want to do. It's like, you know, you want to do something, you know, you want to get started on something, but it's like the getting started or knowing what's right is kind of the challenge here. But I feel like you can't know what's right. It's like you can't necessarily know the future. Again, when I started on YouTube, I only, like, to me, if I reached 10,000 subscribers, as I always say, to me, that would have been mind-blowing like years ago, because there were no tarot readers that had more than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. When I started, I don't think there was one reader, maybe, that had 10,000 subscribers. I think it was all, the only people over were astrology channels. So like, you know, to me, 100,000, no way, like never thought it was possible. To me, I thought like 10,000 was a max. So I get that feeling for you here. It's like you could be getting into something here, like starting a project, and maybe it's in an industry that hasn't grown yet, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's in an industry that hasn't even reached its full potential. So don't be afraid to like work on hobbies, projects, things that you enjoy. Don't be afraid to talk about that YouTube channel where you teach people how to, you know, do basket weaving or whatever. You never know. It could blow up over the next few months. I feel like that's what this whole thing is saying here, Taurus. So that's that. In your last row, for anything unexpected or any messages from your guides, again, I feel this whole reading is kind of like one story. You have the Smoke and Mirrors card, but I feel like the Smoke and Mirrors card is saying you just don't see necessarily where things are going. It's like you don't even realize that what you're working on is exactly what you're supposed to be working on. I also feel like you don't realize how successful you're going to be in the future. You have the Page of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Cups here. I do feel like there's a much better situation coming in for you as far as love is concerned, like a true soulmate. But to me, this is like a new person, is what I would say to you here, Taurus. I feel that for a lot of you, you could be dealing with a difficult situation with this past jerk right here, this Page of Swords, because just like intuitively, you know, I always say Page of Swords, it's like, to me, it kind of looks like a wishbone, like around his neck, but it's upside down on the Page of Swords. And I take that to sometimes represent like an unlucky situation. So for a lot of you, I feel like this Tower moment is very clear. It's a person. Again, for others, I feel like this could be at work as well. So again, if you're not dealing with love or whatever, I feel that you could be dealing with a person who's trying to shake you up. I would just, you know, I feel like this whole reading is also saying, you know, cooler heads prevail. So I would keep it cool, calm, and collected this week, and you will come out on top. I do feel like for some of you, you know, I don't want to scare anyone, like I said, but I do feel for some of you, it's like you could be dealing with someone who's like really trying to blow up your spot, right? You could be dealing with someone who's talking, you know what, S-H-I-T, right? I can't say that word on YouTube anymore. So, you know, the word is shit, by the way, but if you can't spell, Taurus. But, you know, I feel like this person is talking a whole lot of smack here. And, you know, I would just say cooler heads prevail here in a lot of ways. I feel like this, you know, I feel like your guides are asking you to do nothing. you know, here in this role. I always tell people, it's like, even looking at the astrology right now, you know, I talked about this like last year. To me, it's totally spilt over in this year. It's like the person who doesn't react is going to be the person that seems right, whether you are or you aren't. So I feel like if you have no reaction to any crap talkers or anything like that, Taurus, if you have no reaction, you will win with this energy. So let's see here, Taurus, what we have for you. Queen of Wands. So yeah, be bold, be assertive, stand up for yourself. But she just sits there. She's kind of like the Empress in so many ways. You know, she just sits there, doesn't care. Even though, you know, technically the Queen of Pentacles is more like the Empress. I'm seeing her like the Empress. She's just sitting there, bold, assertive, stands up for herself. And she's the queen. She's not the page, right? So it's like anyone who's attacking you this week is a page. So just leave it. You have the Four of Wands, a lot of freedom coming in for you. Definitely could be marriage coming in for you here. And the Queen of Cups, definitely love coming in for you. For some of you, I feel like you're being guided towards a soulmate, like a true soulmate. Four of Wands, marriage, you know, you can't make this up, Taurus. For others, I feel that this is just saying that you're kind of like upgrading here. And I do feel like sometimes when we upgrade people, for example, it's like maybe we're at a certain level and the universe wants us to go to the next level, but the universe is like, are you going to still entertain people who are at a lower level, you know? And I'm not saying that people are at levels or anything like that, but I'm just saying, are you going to entertain low vibe energy or high vibe? You know, I would go high vibe with this Four of Wands here, is what I would say to you, Taurus. But a pretty clear reading is what I would say to you. And I feel like it's good. You're moving towards success. You're moving towards some sort of dream. I would keep your eye on the prize, as I've been saying with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups lately, just like intuitively, I've been seeing this as a trophy and I've been seeing it as a prize. So Queen of Cups really asks you to nurture something into existence. It says, you know, nurture your ideas, basically. Queen of Wands says take action. Queen of Wands is wholehearted energy. Queen of Wands, again, with the Knight of Wands right here, it's like, dude, look at this. Ten of Pentacles, are you kidding me? With the Two of Cups, that's like, Two of Cups is you and your higher self. Ten of Pentacles, lifelong wealth. It doesn't even have to be financial wealth. This could be, you know, abundance in the form of friends, family, just important people. It could be experiences as well. It could be anything. There's all forms of wealth. And I feel for some of you, again, just going for what you desire. Queen of Wands, wholehearted energy, putting everything you got into something is going to lead to a lot of happiness, a lot of success for you. This is a really good reading, Taurus. So we're going to do 3 yes or no questions here. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause the video if you need to pause it. And what I'm going to do is 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to think of your questions in your head, and I'm going to answer these with a quick yes or no, and I'm also going to give you a short blurb as if I know what your question is. For number 1, I would say immediately no. I feel like you need to protect yourself this week in general, and with whatever you're asking about, I feel like I feel no. It's kind of weird, because like I feel like this is saying maintain your position. 7 of Wands is a card of, you know, kind of maintaining your position at the top of the hill, so I feel like this is saying don't make the change. Those are the words that are popping into my head, so whatever you're asking about, I would say don't make the change or something like that. Next, for card number 2, I would say no. 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Here, I do feel like this is asking you to use words. Like, I feel like whatever this situation you're asking about is makes you feel weak. So I feel like you need to be in a position of strength this week, Queen of Wands. So I feel like you need to move towards strength. I would say no. For question number 3, I would say yes, if you can be patient here with the Temperance card. Like, I also, I'm stuttering here, Taurus, but I also feel like the Temperance card is saying that you're going to have to, like, whatever you're asking about, I feel like it's a yes, but I also feel like it's going to require some, like, mixing. You know, he's, like, mixing 2 things together here on this card, trying to create a different situation. So I feel like it's a yes, but it's, like, not an immediate yes. So whatever you're asking about, I feel like it's something that's going to require a little bit of work here, Taurus. Again, you had that Magician kind of wanting to pop out there. So again, remember, you create your own reality. The cards can't control your life. So I feel like you need to realize that as well. But yeah, you have this Uncharted Sea card. That's why you're not sure. How funny. The Magician, I put the Magician here. He's pointing at this deck. So I was like, okay, I'll pull the top card. I mean, how funny is it that this whole time I've been talking about you kind of like doing something or working on something where it's like there is no future yet in it. Like I was giving you the example of the tarot channel. It's like, who would have thought that tarot channels would now have, I mean, there are Spanish channels that have like 2 million subs practically. So it's like, who in their right mind would have thought that tarot would have become so popular, right? So it's like, whatever you're thinking about doing, whatever you're doing here, Taurus, I feel like you don't even realize how popular it could be becoming. And it could literally be something on social media. For others, I feel this is just like a new type of love right here. Oh, I meant to talk about that as well. Not to drag this reading out any longer, Taurus, but I was getting like uncharted, I was getting, you know, kind of like out of reach on the love thing here. So for some of you, I feel like you could be interested in someone, or there could be someone coming in who you feel, maybe you feel like is out of reach. I don't think so at all. I feel like that is your own perception here, Taurus. So if you feel that someone is out of reach, I don't think they are at all. So I would go for it. And that's that. So crazy reading. I love this for you, Taurus. So thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. Also, please feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Taurus, and enjoy your week.